What's up, guys? Chasing Lamely here with episode number 100 of The Journey. In today's episode, we're back with Wealdstone, and we have got a title showdown. So like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave the comments down below for luck, and let's see if we can get promotion. I'll talk you through how it happened right after the intro. So it feels like ever such a long time since we were in charge of Wealdstone, since this Eastleigh game at the end of January. And since then, it's been pretty much plain sailing. We beat Billericay 3-1 with goals from Ben AC, Byron Wilson and Iolo Wood. We beat Welling 2-0 with goals from Jason Phillips and Ben AC. Jaden Williams scored in a 1-1 draw against Maidstone. Carshalton, we beat them 1-0 with a goal from Iolo Wood. We got a 2-0 win at home to Chelsea with Manny Wales and Jaden Williams scoring. Jaden Williams and Manny Wales again on the score sheet in a 2-0 win against Bath. We then beat Ebbsfleet 2-0 with Callum Lynch and Jason Lynch scoring. Tunbridge lost to us 4-0 at their own ground with Jill Biabu, Adam Watson getting a brace and Manny Wales on the score sheet. We beat Worthing 3-0, a long run of goals without conceding there. 3-0 win against Worthing. A Ben AC penalty, followed by Manu Wales and Adam Watson getting goals there. Adam Watson scored again in the next two games, both 1-1 draws against Taunton and Dartford. Then we beat Weymouth 2-1, a goal from Jaden Williams, a goal from Damon Stoddart. Manu Wales scored the only goal of the game in the 95th minute against Dover for the 1-0 win at home, followed by a 1-1 draw in our last game against St Albans, where Adam Watson scores, but bring us to today, where we are playing Yeovil at Grosvenor Vale at home. But that's not the full story, because when we met against Eastleigh, there was a 12-point gap from memory between us. And Eastleigh's run of form since we beat them has not been spectacular, because it's now just 2 points on the final day of the season. We are level on goal difference in seconds, but also the showdown gets a little bit more interesting because Eastleigh play at home to Eastbourne Borough, who sit in with a small chance of getting into the playoffs. So they're going to be fighting for everything. And if Eastleigh drop any points at all, they are going to lose the title should we overcome Yeovil, who sit in sixth but have absolutely nothing to play for, because their chances of getting above Worthing are very, very slim. So with that said, let's meet the lineup for today's game and see if we can get ourselves the result we need for it. We are essentially playing with the same team we played in the last episode. It's Norcott, Wilson, Stoddart, Phillips and Daly at the back. Fordyce comes in for Charlie Pegram, who is suspended in the holding of the only change we've made since the last episode to the starting lineup. Iolo Wood and Callum Lynch are, of course, still on the wings. Ben AC and Manu Wales are sitting behind Adam Watson. On the bench, we've got Charlie Emily, Gilly Biabu, Silko Thomas, Leo Ramirez, Espan, and Jaden Williams. So we've gone fairly aggressive with the sub options, but I feel like we need to. We're going to submit that team, and we're going to see if we can get ourselves a result. Somehow Ben AC hasn't got a good relationship with Adam Watson. I don't know how. They've been playing together for a long time now, but apparently cannot make that team up work. So in the dressing room, we're going to take the assistant's advice and say we're doing well on a good run of form. Let's keep it going, not put too much pressure on the boys, because we weren't expected to be in this position at the start of the season. We're going to tell everyone that we trust them to make a difference and to make us proud. Looking at the Yeovil side, by the way, just before we get into kickoff, a couple of players here who stand out as being dangerous. Kamani Ryan, we've managed before with, I want to say it's on the Swindon Webuild we had Kamani Ryan. Yeah, I think it was. And he's a very good player, but a couple of levels above this, if we're honest. And Ishmael Ulad Mahand, I've signed a few times on the channel, and does occasionally turn out to be a really good player. I'm guessing he's on a downswing here, but he still looks fairly decent at 24, so I guess we'll find out. But yeah, those are going to be the two men I would say to watch in the Yeovil side. But we don't care about all that, because we're just trying to win the title today. I thought recently 3 draws, 2 wins our last 5, which is not the greatest, but it will do. But they've had 2 draws, 2 losses, and a win in their last few games. So we should be able to sneak a win out of Yeovil today. I feel fairly confident. We'll see if my confidence is misguided at all when we get into the game. So we're going to have a little bit of lag that I've got to try and get rid of, but we'll deal with that as and when, because that's not a huge problem. And hopefully we can get the result today. That would be very, very nice if we could. So we're going to settle in. We're going to encourage the boys from kickoff and see if we can get an early goal. Early highlight then is 5 minutes in. Daly with a throw in to Phillips. Phillips to Fordyce. Fordyce to Stoddart, who has a chance to bring the ball forward. William goes sideways to Wilson, to Wood. Wood with a chance to bring this ball forward. Can he make something happen? AC with a through ball to Watson. Watson with a shot. Adam Watson gets his 20th goal of the season to make it 1-0 just after the 6-minute mark. And I would say that is a very, very good start. We will, of course, keep an eye on what's happening across at Eastleigh as well, because if they win, we've got no chance of securing automatic promotion, and our next episode will be a playoff match. But for now, I'd say we're looking pretty good. Let's see if there's been any goals so far at Eastleigh. There haven't. So as it stands, we're top of the table, 101 points. We're winning it on goal difference. And if we do win the title, it will be pretty much on goal difference unless Eastleigh lose. So just keep an eye on that, and we'll see what we can make happen. So just going back in, because Eastleigh have had a red card, and that is not going to help them to win the league. They're obviously fighting too hard as Wilson goes to Wood and back to Wilson. Wilson with a cross, looking for Lynch at the back post. Manu Wales is there for his 16th goal of the season to make it 2-0. And I think that's probably a title secured, because Eastleigh will do very well to come back from being down to 10 men this early in the game. So 25 minutes into the game, they went down to 10 men. They will do very, very well to come back from that. And they may well just be fighting for a draw at this point and hoping that we get beaten. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It was 24 minutes. They've got to play a solid 66 minutes plus stoppages with 10 men to try and get a result, try and get a win against Eastbourne, who are, as I said, fighting for that final playoff berth. As things stand, they have got the final playoff berth, and half-time is rapidly approaching. But it looks like in real time here, we are looking like we are going to be taking the championship. We've got a bumper crowd of over 2,000 here as well for today's game. Nobody needs a good shouting out, so we'll just send them straight back out with some praise. Yeah, we've got a 2012 crowd here, which is quite nice, considering we've been hovering about the sort of 1500s a lot of the season. So a lot of people in the local area clearly feel like there could be a trophy lift at the end of this game, as Phillips picks up the ball from Norcott. Can he get the ball forward to Wales? Does, and out wide to Daly. Daly, one touch to Lynch. Good stuff. Can he get a crossover? He's been so good for us this season. Tried a shot, I think. Oh, no, it came off the defender. And, yeah, we've been doing so well. I'm so proud of this team. Callum Lynch is wanted by a lot of league clubs. He's played so well this season. Curiously, Ben Acey, who's been the star of our time here, isn't wanted by anyone at this stage, which is really, really odd. And I think I noticed Manu Wales has a contract expiring at the end of the season. So if we get Brian and get a good budget, he may well be staying for us for next year. Assuming, of course, we're staying next year, because if we get the win today, we will have that kind of title specialist reputation, that promotion specialist reputation that might see a few clubs further up the pyramid come in for us as Lee Quinn gets to go back for Yeovil. Don't think it'll be enough to stop us winning the title, of course, because, well, we're still relying on Eastleigh getting a win to prevent that. But, yeah, things are looking good. We might get a few job offers in the summer. I don't know if we're going to be back at Wealdstone next season. I'm not necessarily going to go looking, because last year I applied for the job at Nottingham Forest, who I thought I had an outside chance of getting, and unfortunately got turned down and upset the board a little bit. So it's going to be a case of we'll see who comes to us, and if someone comes to us that looks like they're in a better position, we may well move on. But for now, I'm enjoying our time at Eastleigh. I think we're building a good team here with one of the smaller clubs in London, as Lynch gets a crossover looking for AC with a header off the crossbar and over. And yeah, we are very much looking to see if we can build here, but also not being unwilling to say no if a bigger job came up. Maybe Forest was a step too far. They'd just been relegated from the Premier League at the time, as Jones gets a header across the goal. But yeah, if they haven't run up this season, they've sacked their manager. They might come back in for us, because if they want promotion back to the Premier League, I think we can deliver it. So Lynch now on the ball, and he's given it away to Ia Pendra. I've made a couple of changes. Silko Thomas has come on at right wing back. Charlie Emery on at the back. Jason Phillips has moved up into a holding midfield role because Fordyce was not having a terribly effective game. Callum Lynch might actually be the next man off, just because he's not pulling up any trees. The thing that's over here on the right-hand side is currently 1-1 between Eastleigh and Eastbourne. So Eastleigh are back level on points, but who knows where things might go. Callum Lynch is tiring. We're going to take him off whilst we have a chance for Bulaibu. And Daly we're going to throw into Phillips. Back to Daly, to Lynch now. Lynch with a cross into the box for Wood. Iolo Wood gets a goal, and possibly the last contribution that Callum Lynch makes for the season is an assist. He was tiring anyway, so it's not like he's just coming off for the bad performance. I think maybe Manu Wales is going to come off as well, but I think I've used all my subs. We'll see how that looks after the replay. And yeah, we're just going to see this one out now. Let's say no for now, and I'll have a little look at the old tactic. No, let's say yes. We'll keep the change happening, because essentially, unless Eastleigh get a late goal here, we are through and clear, and maybe we can make something happen. We don't have any more subs, so Thomas to Phillips, Phillips to AC, AC coming inside now. Can he get a goal for the last game of the season? He can't. It's well saved. He'll get a corner instead. I think Eastleigh have just gone above us. I think I just saw a pop-up that said Eastleigh have scored a winner, or at least gone ahead. As AC gets across in, Emery with a header. We'll have a look when we get back to see what's happened there. And Eastleigh have got a late lead at home to Eastbourne. So we are just playing for hope now, essentially, or to keep our run of form going. Silko Thomas with a very vital tackle there to Daly, to Stoddart. He goes back to Norcott. There's no point us bapping too much here as Thomas goes forward to AC. AC with a through ball to Watson. Watson is through. Watson puts it away for his 21st of the season. Ben AC with an assist. It's been disallowed for offside, unfortunately. But again, all eyes now turn to Eastleigh. We're hoping Eastbourne can make use of their man advantage, can get themselves back on terms, and if they can, we might have a promotion, but it looks like it's not going to happen. We've got a late free kick. Iolo Wood. Eastbourne have scored, but so have Eastleigh. It's 3-2. And this is just becoming harder and harder. Wood for Wales, header saved, and it's gone out. We can see over here the change to the Eastbourne score. It is 3-2. And I think that's going to be game over. We're not going to get a trophy lift, which we would get if that had changed in the dying minutes. There is the confirmation. We are going into the playoffs, but you think it's going to come down to us and Maidstone, and we're in very, very good form. But again, it's just a case of now we have to navigate the playoffs. For those who don't remember last season, weren't here with us last season, let's just have a little talk after the game through how the playoffs work once we've got a league table up that I can use to talk you through it. So in the first round of the playoff, I believe Welling will play Hampton and Richmond. Worthing will play Yeovil. The winners of those matches of Hampton and Welling, I believe, would come to us, and the winners of Worthing and Yeovil would go to Maidstone. And then the winners of those games will, of course, play each other in the final. So we're coming back for the semi-final of the playoffs in the next episode. It's nice because we've got a little bit of a break, so that will help us out whilst we wrap up the episode, because we shouldn't get any budget information. We haven't. Our semi-final draw there. We're playing Worthing or Yeovil. We might be playing Yeovil again in the next episode. We'll see how that goes. But I just want to switch over quickly to the Ivory Coast, because in the next Ivory Coast game, which we won't live comp because it's the Championship of African Nations, it's not really a big deal. This is the competition we were avoiding with our last nation, whose brain has deceived me. Don't know was Burkina Faso, wasn't it? I don't know. My brain has erased that memory. I think it was Burkina Faso, but either way, the Championship of African Nations is essentially the AFCON, but only with domestic players. And if we look at, I've sort of pre-organized our squad. You cannot have any foreign-based players, and there are no standout talents that I'm excited about. Also, the squad is quite old. There's if there have been a lot of good young players, I would have used them for the tournament just to give them experience, but I haven't. The one standout youngster though is this guy, Maruku Dini, a 15-year-old who our international scouts say could have 3.5-star potential. We'll get him into our national side. But he's, again, 15. He's with ASEC Morosis, as you'd expect. And, yeah, he's not quite there to kick on just yet. So we're going to try him in this tournament. We're going to see what he does. If he looks like progressing, maybe he'll make the squad in the future. But, yeah, for now, we'll wrap up the episode. We'll come back with that playoff game, whoever we cover against. I guess it's a playoff week next week. We'll see how it goes. We're nice to crown the 100th episode with a promotion, but I'm not a save scummer, so we're not going to make that happen. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I have always been Chasing Luke. You join us for the next episode where we will be in the playoffs. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave your comments down below. It all really helps the channel out. We're on a march to 500 subs. Let's see if we can get there. And until next time, stay safe and have a good one.